Welcome to Training Tuesday. It is, August 6th already. This year is flying by. It's 11:30, August 6th, Pacific Standard Time. And today we are going to talk about a feature that y'all are going to get in a couple of days. I wanted to get the jump on it so that we have a video up and you know what this thing is, what it's for. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's also pretty exciting for those of you who have been around for a while. And particularly those of you who send broadcast messages in lieu of, in addition probably to your automated messages out of the campaigns. This is going to be a very welcome set of functionality. So, just to put this in context, traditionally, Ontraport has its roots in marketing automation. When initially conceived, certainly we had the vision for CRM plus marketing automation, plus pages and payments and stuff like that. But honestly, we were building this thing at the very outset for our own use. And at the time, the sort of marketing automation functionality seemed like the most important. Obviously, when we initially got a bunch of customers, they came around because of that marketing automation functionality, and we continued to improve that over the years. And today we have, of course, the leading campaign builder and marketing automation functionality in the space. And it's because that's been our focus for a long time. But as we've grown and attracted different kinds of customers and grown as a business ourselves, we've noticed that there are needs around the sort of CRM day-to-day functionality of communicating with your customers, salespeople managing their leads, stuff like that. And so we've really decided, and I've mentioned this before, we've decided that this year is going to be a lot about the CRM functionality and that sort of day-to-day use of the system. And so we've been doing a lot to work on that, some of which you haven't seen yet, and you'll see continuing to be released, improvements continuing to be released throughout the year. And we're pretty excited about a lot of that. But you have seen some stuff. One of the things that we saw earlier this year was the quick email. Used to be that in Ontraport you had to select a template in order to send an email to somebody. So if you wanted to just fire off a quick email to one of your users, you would have to go in there and select a template. Maybe you would edit it, maybe not. And then there's this whole thing about whether you save it or don't. And this year we've just made it a lot easier to get in here and type out an email and click send, just like you would in Gmail or anything else. And of course we did that same functionality for SMSs, text messages, tasks, and so that's been pretty exciting. It makes it very easy. You'll see you'll see later that some of that functionality was a setup for what's yet to come. But in the meantime, that feature's gotten a lot of use, and people are sending more broadcasts, more one-off emails, maybe to one person or to a small group, and more broadcasts are being sent out of the system each day. And by broadcast, I mean an email where you go to contacts, you select one or more or all of your contacts, and you click send an email, and you're broadcasting an email out. That's as opposed to automated emails that are being sent out of your campaigns, as a step in a campaign. Those are, we consider those to be automated emails. And when you look at the automated emails, there's tons of reporting about, kind of what's working and what's not. Although the problem has been that if you go to messages, you can see, for example, that this message has been sent. This is a demo account, so there's not a lot of sending out here, but this SMS reminder got sent out 368 times, the webinar reminder 57 times, and you've got the stats. But if you sent that broadcast out over and over again, maybe you use the same template 10 different times, there's no way in here currently to be able to separate out the results of that particular, of each particular broadcast. In addition to that, any quick messages that you send out, you just type and send them. You basically have not had any results that you can see about what's who's opening and clicking them, except if you go into the contact record itself, and more. So today we're announcing broadcast history. It's not in your account yet, but We're working hard to get that into your accounts on Thursday, so just 2 days from now. Worst case, it'll be next week. And so what broadcast history is it's a new collection to live wherever your campaigns live. So if this account has custom objects turned on, which means that my campaigns lives under my contacts. But if you have a basic or a plus account, or you don't have custom objects turned on, then you'll have a separate tab for campaigns, and your messages and broadcast history will live under there. And so here it is. What is this new thing? Well, it's a new collection of data, and what it's going to have is every email that you've sent out as a broadcast, and it'll have it as a line item in here, and it's going to show you everything that you would ever want to know about this particular broadcast. So this you can see the type here is quick email, and quick emails don't have names, right? You don't name a quick email, but it does have a subject. Just for fun, I'm going to go in here and I'll grab some contacts, and I'll send myself a templated email like that, and I'll send that now. And this says, oh, some of those people don't have email addresses. That's fine. I'm going to ignore and proceed. And look at this, 6 queued for delivery. These messages will be sent in a few minutes. View the broadcast. And it's going to take me right to this broadcast history. Oh, this is this one particular broadcast. And what can you see? It's got the name, the subject line, the type, which is an Ontraport email. The status is pending. What's exciting for those of you who have large lists, small broadcasts in the hundreds or thousands, they go out of our servers very quick. And so you probably won't be able to see this feature, but for those of you with larger lists that send, big broadcasts, it takes a few minutes to get all those emails out the door, and you're actually going to have a little kind of a loading bar that you'll be able to see the progress of your email getting out the door. What you can see here now is that you've got 6 emails that are queued to be sent. 0 of them have been sent so far because they're pending. The date that they were sent is obviously not yet filled out because they haven't been sent, but the date it was scheduled was today. It was scheduled by me. This is the date it was scheduled for. So notice that we automatically put a 5-minute delay on your broadcast. We do that always so that you have a minute to, 5 minutes to get in here and cancel them. You can do that by clicking this box and just canceling this broadcast. And then that'll change that to a canceled broadcast in the pending status. Scheduled by me, scheduled for 11:44, and then you're going to have open, click, bounces on an email by email basis. What's cool is that you'll be able to get in here and click on this. Every one of these stats is clickable. So here's another thing: is that many of you have wished you've sent out a broadcast and you've wished that you could see who it was that you queued them for. It hasn't gone out yet. Maybe you scheduled it for next week, but now you don't remember. Was it scheduled for, was James on the list or not? Well, now you can just click on this number and you'll be able to see exactly who it was scheduled to be sent to. If I go back to broadcast history here, you'll see all the emails that are pending or sent. So let's see, we got open, click, bounce. We talked about that. And let's see, we've got, of course, as always, you can get in here and edit your columns. So we have a few more here. And just like any collection, you can tighten these things up, move them around. So now you can see the opt-outs, the complaints. You're not going to be allowed to click on the complaints, I assume, because we don't show you complainers. Don't want any retaliation. Actually, we have agreements with the email service providers that give us that information not to tell you who the complainers are. It's part of our deal. So we can't show you exactly who they are, but we will show you the number of them. And then let's see, I can add columns. You can see who it's scheduled by. And let's see, this looks like I can probably even drill into here and see, maybe this is now the user collection, right? So I can probably put something like, my role. It's kind of weird. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but this is the power of Ontraport. You can do anything you want, even if it's weird. So let's see, sent, scheduled by, and then the scheduled by role. If you have a business like that, it says account owner. That's kind of cool. And then what else can I add here? I can add not opened, and I can add not clicked. I can even add the spam score if I want to. And those will now show up as columns. I can slide over there, and that'll be cool because I can then click on those suckers and see the people who have not yet not opened that email or not clicked on the email. And then, of course, I'll have them in a group. So if I click not clicked, that's going to be, well, this hasn't been sent yet. So in a little bit, that'll work after the thing's been sent. And just incidentally, this may or may not send right now. This is a demo account. This thing isn't released in the wild. So I sent this queued up email earlier, and it hasn't gone. So it will when it's live. But this is just a demo account right now. Another thing that's pretty cool is that you can go back and see what these emails were without having to go into each individual contact record. So this particular email here, I can click on it and I can see not just the basic stats, but I can see the content of the email. The subject line is here. It is only a test was the content of that email. I can even, maybe it'll be more obvious if I click in here, but I can pop that sucker out and see a preview of what that email was when I sent it. So very cool. Now you'll notice also that other messages are going to end up in this broadcast history too. You're going to see SMS messages. You're going to see your postcards if you send postcards through Ontraport. And I don't think that tasks will be in here. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's going to be SMS. Emails and postcards. So that, my friends, oops, I don't want to go in there. That was going to click me in to go edit that email, go view it in the email editor. But notice also that you can hover over some of these things and it'll show you kind of some stats about it, how many are queued, how many are pending, stuff like that, as I hover over. So that's the long and short of it. It's pretty exciting. You'll be able to see a lot more information about your broadcasts, about your one-on-one emails. You know, if you send off an email to a particular person. Oh, last thing I wanted to show you is that you can filter this stuff by the status. So stuff that is, that failed for one reason or another, canceled, sent. This is also going to be good. Oh, another reason. Every once in a while, rarely, but sometimes, we'll have a system interruption, and you will, an email that you've scheduled will not go out for some reason. And historically, it's been hard for you to either know that it didn't go out or to be able to manage what happens next. And this is going to help with that a lot. So you'll now be able to see a failed broadcast, and you'll be able to click on whoever didn't receive it, or if it's nobody, you can just click on the number that it was queued to and send that sucker again. So that'll be pretty cool. So processing, pending means it's not yet processing. Processing will be as it's going out. Sent means it did go out. Canceled means you canceled it. That's what those statuses are. And I can get in here and filter by status, which is kind of nice. And then this is just a little filter for the type of message that it is. So Ontramail is the fancy the sort of newsletter editor. SMS, quick email is the one where you just type it out and go. Quick SMS is just like SMS, but same thing, type it out and go. Postcards, legacy email, and simple email. Simple mail is like quick email, but it's that editor now that you can use. That looks like quick email, but it's just the one where you type it out. You guys know about that, right? We created a simple mail editor a while back, so when you create a new message, we now have a new editor, the one that looks like this, so you can just type out messages. Super nice. And so this is simple mail example, and oops, cancel, test subject. So now this is something that I can use in my automated campaigns, but it's also something I can use as a template to send to people. So if I go email, and I'll find that simple mail example in here. Whoops. simple mail example, and then I can send that sucker now, and boom, I can view the broadcast right away. And if I need to, I can cancel it, and you can see that now it's got the simple mail type. And if I get rid of this filter, and I can filter by types here, simple mail, and it'll just show me the ones that I've sent out that way, or Ontramail, whatever it might be, all. And then of course you can always search. Curious. Yeah, so if you want to look for all of your emails, you can just type in mail, and it's searching this field. Just like always, it searches all the fields that are displayed here. So you could probably type in pending and find those too. Yeah, oh wait, oh, that didn't work. So that's why we gave you this filter, I guess. So good. There it is. Again, this is scheduled to be released on Thursday. You never know until the push is done on Thursday, whether this thing gets in or not, because we all sorts of process around making sure that our tests are passing and it's stable and getting to your accounts correctly. But that's the current plan. If for whatever reason it doesn't happen on Thursday, it'll happen next Tuesday. That should be it. Any questions about this? Nope. Thanks for joining us. We'll check you next Tuesday, and we may have something else new for you. It's going to be an exciting few weeks around here. Talk soon.